dokie. Welcome, everyone. I think we are all sorts of live. I am just doing some housekeeping on StreamYard real quick. Hey, everybody. Welcome, Addy. Welcome, Crafted Jedi, Michael McCarsell, Sean. It is good to see the folks checking in. JMB. We are going to have a very chill... I just heard a mama bear yelling at a puppy, I think, outside, so I got startled for a second. We're going to have a... Oh, gosh. Someone's still being naughty. We're going to have a pretty chill stream tonight. Looking to go about 2 hours this evening. Not going to have any big, giant marathons like we usually do on the Backstage. I want to watch the Bombad cast coming on at 10. So for those of you guys that enjoy what Scotty and Jerry do over there, I'm huge fans, so I want to check that out, and I think I might be playing some Rocket League with the fellas later too. So I'm excited to have some Blathering backstage time, do a little RimWorld, real super chill, hang out, call in, ask questions in the chat if you would like. Just want to hear what you guys all have on your mind, and we're just gonna hang. I mean, that's what's gonna be it for the day. I'm gonna start off here in a few minutes, and then once we get going, once I feel like I'm in a groove here, what do we call this place? I think this is Blathertown. What did we call it? What did we call our little place? I think it's called Blathertown or Blatherville, perhaps. What are we? Are we on this little list here? No. Damn it. All right, we'll figure it out when we get going. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm literally just gonna do this tonight. We're just gonna do this for a couple hours. This is Ken's daycare. No blathering tonight, so you're stuck with Steve on the Backstage. Let me know if Addy, I was muted in StreamYard. That's why you couldn't hear me. I think we're all good on the stream. It's all good. I appreciate Addy. You're such a good producer, just looking out for me. I really do appreciate it. You make sure we're all good here. But no, I think we're all good. I think everyone can hear everything and see everything that we're supposed to. I'm also gonna pull up my little thing here so you guys can see the corner of the screen here in RimWorld, because we know all those important menus with the details are there. So we're gonna do that. But every time I go out of screen, you're gonna see the corner of my window. Nerd stuff. It's cool. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Thanks for checking in. I hope everyone had a good Thursday. As I said, Ken is out seeing Superman. For all we know, Ken could be watching Superman right now. I have actually no idea when the actual premiere is. It's 5 o'clock on the West Coast. I don't know when you people do stuff over there. But yeah, that's very exciting. Excited for the show on Saturday, where I'm sure we'll hear all about his experiences at the premiere. I'm excited to hear his take on Superman. I've talked a little about how I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to Superman, and the trailers have kind of not helped with that, just because the trailers for the new movie just look like, oh, if you don't know anything about Superman, I'm super confused as what the hell's going on. So I'm excited. I think that might end up being the second movie I see post baby. I mean, I think, and we're even, me and my wife have even talked about wanting to go see Fantastic Four as well. So I'm going to go from seeing no movies in 2 years to potentially seeing 3 movies in a month. So that's exciting. It's also going to be like 3 times as expensive because, daycare. So, Detective, I think Ken is going with Mark Ellis, is from what I heard. What he said, not from what I heard, what he said on the show. So unless that changed or was inaccurate, or, Mark bailed and Ken is now going with someone that he met at a 7-Eleven on the way, then other than that, I imagine he's still going with Mark Ellis. But that's awesome. I'm super happy for them. That's got to be really cool. And I don't think the movie comes out till like a couple of weeks at least. So I think they're seeing it like well in advance. So I would be interested to see like when all the embargoes and all that jazz on that turn up, and kind of how much they're allowed to say, and yada yada yada. So anyway. So that's the housekeeping for tonight. Like I said, we're gonna go about 2 hours, gonna go to about 10, and then we'll have the show on Saturday. I don't know what Ken is planning for Saturday, but I'm very excited. I am totally in the dark, so I'm right there with you guys as far as what's gonna happen there. So pumped for that. If you did not catch us last night, we had kind of more of a quote-unquote regular show. Superman is July 11th, says Sean McCabe. Thank you for that. The other thing too is I have the music in my headphones is like kind of loud for the game, so you guys let me know if the balance between voice and game music is like cool. If it's one or the other is not good, let me know. Addie's giving me a thumbs up, so I feel good about that. Yeah, if you weren't here last night, check out the show we did yesterday. We had some fun. It was more of like a quote unquote regular show where I just blabbed the whole time with a bunch of people on a conference call. It was a good time. We did draft fashion. We talked Rey and Star Wars. It was a good time. And then we had just a good old. We did boys fashion night actually because Addie bowed out for some of the fashion talk towards like the second half, and that was a lot of fun. So we enjoyed the hell out of that. So thank you again to everyone who chipped in last night and hung out. We had a good time, and somehow that stream went 3 hours. I was not expecting that stream to go 3 hours at all, but somehow it did. So, anywho, Addie, I can't hear you if you're talking to me. I don't have you on the thing here. I kind of need to check in here on where we're at with RimWorld. So I'm going to kind of lock in on what we've got going on. Oh, I can see the chat above me up here now too. Oh, excellent. Okay, now that makes me feel so much better. I don't have to look all the way over here to see stuff. Okay, cool. This is why we're doing stuff, folks. We're learning. Do I have my other little graphic for the person on the call on this one? Yes, I do. But I have to transition. All right, we're gonna get real nerdy here. We're gonna take off studio mode. This is gonna get dangerous. We've taken off preview mode on OBS, so you guys will have to bear with me on that one. Boom. Okay. Anywho, let's check in on the RimWorld. It's obviously nighttime. Anyone who wants to hang out and call in, please do. Well, I'm gonna start taking calls here in a little bit once I don't want to neglect the RimWorld too much because I feel like on the last episode I literally just stared at the screen for like a good hour and did absolutely nothing. But I was also drinking for a while at that point too. We have like a natural thermal vent in the middle of this thing. I don't think I have. Yeah, this is unroofed. I think there's a way that I could like cheat this into being central heating essentially. We might mess with that if we get really bored like in the wintertime. When winter shows up, if we're stuck inside and it gets really cold. I don't know. That might be a good idea. But we newly have power, so we have a fridge. This little spot over here, this is a room, and you can see we have this walled off, and we have an air conditioner here. And the air conditioner, you can set the temperature. I have it set to 30 degrees, so everything in here freezes, which means that all of this meat and meals and stuff doesn't go bad, which is a huge deal for us. Huge deal. So that helps with with making sure we don't, starve. We got one little power generator that we need to keep going, and I think I just unlocked like hydropower, so we might be able to use this little creek river water structure we've got underneath us to help with that. But we kind of need to build out the rest of the establishment here anyway because bless you. It's a little bare, it's a little boring. And we have started to expand. This person, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this person's name. Imbasada. Okay, whoever comes on to call in, the first thing you have to do, I don't want to hear hello. I don't want to hear how are you. I don't hear what's up. I don't want to hear thank you. The first thing when anyone comes on air is going to be pronouncing this name. Embaixada. Just give it your best shot. No judgment zone. And then you can get into whatever you want to talk about. So we'll do that soon. So yeah, the folks are doing okay. Tormund got beat up by, I think this was the bear fight. So we've what do you call it? Tamed 2 wild muffalos that we can see here. And in the process of that, there was a bear that was fucking around in our animal pen. So we had to take care of that. Tormund bucked up and fought the bear with his bare hands, if you know what I mean. And it didn't end well for him. He got some, or maybe it was a muffalo that fucked him up. Maybe it was the muffalo. Anyway, yeah, he got all messed up. But he's healing up. We didn't want to use force powers because we don't use the force healing powers like all the time. Seems a little cheesy, so I kind of only want to use them as like an emergency. But the main quest right now is kind of continue to build up our little Animal Crossing Island, Stardew Valley farm that we've got established here. Make sure we're okay for a little bit, and then the big exciting project is we need to find a Kyber crystal, because like I said, we have a Star Wars mod installed. 3 of our Three of our little friends here are Force Sensitive, Ben, Producer Stan, and Little. And we have one lightsaber between the three of them. We have this playsteel lightsaber, Electrum Hilt, an elegant weapon for a more civilized age. The iconic weapon and badge of office for Force users. This version looks like it was designed for a person of high office. So this is like a fancy lightsaber. It's worth $3,000, which is a lot in this game. But no one can use it. No one can use it because both they don't know how to use it. They all are they're all kind of dumb. No offense to Producer Stan, to Ben, and to Little. Actually, Little fucks people up in Melee. Little is probably the person who's going to be best served with the lightsaber. Yeah, his Melee is 14. That's what this little number is here. So he's most proficient with melee weapons of everybody here. So yeah, I kind of want to get a Kyber crystal, give it to the Yeti, or not the Yeti, the Wookie, and let him go to town. So, but we're sustain wise, we're doing good. I think last time is when we got the farm established. We got a couple of muffaloes hanging out. So we're doing pretty good there. We're not doing great on resources. We have some wood. We're gonna need to do some mining pretty soon. That's I think the next roadblock we're gonna hit is metal materials, because I actually don't even see any. Which is what we need for, electric shit. So we're gonna start prioritizing some mining. There we go. There's some in there. So these, gray things here, so the game is always top down, right? So it's not 3D is the right way. I don't really know what the artistic style or choice would be to say this. But you have to think of all this as these are like mountains or hills and stuff, like these little structures I'm clicking. And so the different colors represent different types of resources. So this is all marble. As I click on it, you can see it in the bottom corner, I think. Yeah, you can barely see it, but that's marble. It's just regular building material. But what we want to get is the compacted steel, which is this brown looking stuff. And that's the resources you use to build. Oh, here's a whole bunch of it. Awesome. This is the stuff you use to build metal-based equipment. So my refrigerator and my steel butcher table, for example, all that stuff uses compacted steel as a resource. So just like wood or any other resource. All right, so we got some more mining stuff prioritized. And do we have anyone really caring about mining? Not really. Oh, you know what? You won't. You're gonna. Okay, this person who's here, this butcher, this Mbazada, whoever this person is, the person who's just freeloading off of us for the next couple weeks, you are going to get put to work. So, let's see. I don't need you to cook. I don't want you to hunt, because if you hunt and you shoot the wrong thing and you die, then I lose my mission. So you're going to do, dumb labor. I've already got you cleaning and hauling. So, we're going to have you mine. Sorry, buddy. Everyone is on plant cut way too hard. We need to back up the plant cutting. Skills 5, 6, 4, 4, 12. Okay, so yeah, we're going to cut back the plant cutting on a couple of these guys so we can diversify our work and get more shit done. Okay. Luckily, we haven't only been attacked a few times by a few tiny little attacks. The game kind of works. I don't want to say it's chronological technology-wise, but it sort of is. The rest of the game kind of starts out the way you do with JMB Producer Steve is Negan forces people to do stuff. I mean, I'm not in that. I'm not doing that, but I'm also being diplomatic about it, to be fair. So, we're being fair. They've got central heating via geyser. Well, not technically not yet, but they will soon. We need the game doesn't progress totally technologically, but it kind of does as time goes on. And honestly, how it scales is how much money you have. So right now we have 500 silver, and you just acquire more silver by trading and doing all sorts of stuff, or if you mine it, blah blah blah. The more valuable your colony is, the more the game itself kind of scales and levels up and progresses as far as stuff that gets sent your way, as far as hostile attacks and shit like that. So usually the first couple hours of the game are pretty chilled, and it lets you kind of get established. But you can, again, that's what's cool about this game, is you can kind of tweak all of that. This is one of those games that's really fun to set it up for an hour, and then you take an hour setting it all up, and then and no matter what happens, the game's gonna be different every time. because it's just kind of like a random sandbox. So let me get the stuff done that I know we need to get done for this real quick. As far as our research goes, this is a big giant menu, so you guys might not be able to see all of that. But if I get rid of my little corner camera thing, now all of that is visible. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna go smithing because that's a bunch of other stuff that gets upgraded. Okay, hunter lacks suitable weapon. Oh, Tormund's healed. Sweet. Okay, cool. You can go pick up that gun, Tormund. So that now our hunter will have a weapon. Need warm clothes. Ooh, okay. It's the 1st of September. So we've gone from summer to fall. So we are going to need warm clothes soon. So we do have a tailor bench. Let's go to our tailor bench here. We're going to get rid of the t-shirt that we made. So how many people do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really care about one of them, though. So 4. What's cool is one of the cool things about the Star Wars mod is you can, there's like Jedi robes and Sith robes and all sorts of like Star Wars sprite for like different outfits and stuff, which is cool. I always like doing like the Rebel flight suits or one of those just because they're like the most obvious ones. Like the Jedi robes kind of just look like they don't, they're not like super unique looking, but anyway. We need to make some simple parkas. Ooh, 80 is what you need for those? Damn. Oh, we need them, so. We're gonna make 4 parkas. So whoever's assigned to make clothes are gonna make those eventually so that we don't freeze to death in the wintertime. And if we don't have the material, well, we have 2 muffalo. So if we have to resort to that, we will, but I kind of don't. There's so many of these boar things around. We're probably gonna go that way. So anyway. All right. Tech in the game progresses linear. All right. Yes. Thank you, detective. That settles that. Oh, okay. So we got some of our electricity stuff figured out down here. I'm gonna go back to power. Okay, cool. So wherever you see these blue lines, that's where we have like power lines essentially. So we can hook up electricity to that. So I'm gonna do a little bit more of that so we can get lights everywhere. So we don't have any metal stored, but that's okay for now. We're gonna get more. Once we start mining more. All right, let's go to see what are we doing. Who's prioritized mine? Okay, you don't need to do any plant cutting. And you can do handling at 3. Haul, clean, and mine. Cool. All right, now you'll start doing some of that. I think the Wookie's even just, oh, he's hauling stuff. Cool. Okay, good. Good. All right, so we're in a pretty good spot. So I'm very parched. I'm going to start bringing on some calling folks, some folks that are calling in, so to speak. What else? Was there any other housekeeping stuff I wanted to get to? Ooh, look, we have deers. Oh, we definitely want to hunt those. Oh, actually, how many are there? So this game is even cool in that, like, I don't want to hunt all the deer. If I hunt all the deer don't come back. So we're gonna hunt 2 deers. And I hope the other deers don't get pissed off. These are cool. Oh no, those are ambrosia bushes. I thought those were boomalopes. There's a bunch of like fictional animals. Oh, here's one. So this is a boomalope, a boom rat. Okay, so this is pretty close. A boom rat's pretty close to a boomalope. So anything that's a boom in front of it does what you think it does. Here's another one. Here's another boom rat. If you like attack these things, they explode. So they come in handy if you need to for certain things, but they're also very dangerous, especially if like animals can randomly just like go rabid on the map as like an event. So all of a sudden an animal will just get pissed off and so they're like creepers. Yeah, kind of, Brady. An animal will just get like super pissed off on the map and it'll come at you, and that thing, when you kill it, it blows up. So it's like, it's one of those things you got to make sure you take out before it takes you out. Oh man, here's our cool little school spike from last time. I don't like how many of these things are like congregating around our base, to be honest. That bothers me. Alrighty, well, without further ado, what I'm going to do is set this little stuff up here, and we're going to start taking some calls. I think that's what I want to do. I think that's what I want to do. Let me fix the names here. So Dr. Addy was here first, so we're going to bring in the doctor. And then as we do on the backstage, everyone will get their opportunity. I'm trying to put your name tag in the right place, Addy, but it's just not going. Let's see. How does that work? Oh man, that's so off. That's so terrible. How about that? That's terrible too. You know what? Oh, and not because now that one's there. Okay, Steve. Okay, you're gonna do that. Then you're gonna do. No, you're definitely not gonna do that. You're gonna. This is riveting stuff, folks. At least you can still see RimWorld. Oh, I don't think I hit pause on RimWorld either, so stuff might be like breaking for all I know. I need to be able to see what the heck I'm doing here. Oh yeah. Nailed it. Nailed it. Okay. We're back to the action, and we're bringing Dr. Addy to the stage. Hello, Doctor. How are you?
Shada.
Oh, you know how to play the game. Thank you. Shada? That sounds pretty right. That sounds pretty right.
It's Portuguese.
Is it? Wow. See,
Yep.
This is, folks, you learn something new every day. Shada. Okay, now here's the next question. In what way did you cheat to learn that? Because I'm not going to, you didn't, that's not off the dome. We all know that.
I happen to live near very many Portuguese immigrants.
You're a terrible liar.
That's
Was
not
it
a
Google
lie.
Translate?
But I typed it into Google, and then the Google voice pronounced it several times for me.
So one more time, Shada.
Shada.
Shada. I probably sound like I'm trying to say quesadilla, but we're trying. So how is Sir Kristen?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound good.
Tell me about it.
Oh shit. Well, Tormund's trying to shoot a deer with a revolver, so that's not.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Well, the deer's running away. Like, come on, dude, finish the job. He shot at it like twice. The deer ran away, and he gave up. So no, we're not going to allow that to happen. We need to.
Because he shot it with a revolver. I don't know that you can kill a deer with a revolver unless you're on the Lost Island.
He took a shot to the body already, the deer, and he's bleeding out. Oh, does he hit this deer too? Oh, he hit this deer, dude. Oh no, that was with a bolt action rifle. Who shot it? Who did that? Ben. Ben shot this deer with a bolt action. You guys are like a bunch of quitters. Where are you going now? You gotta finish the job. You can't just shoot these deers and just like leave him out here to die. All right, so Addy. So anyway, so you're checking on Sir Kristen. How was your what else? What else is going on? Did you have anything you wanted to specifically talk about this evening?
I'm sure I did, but all thoughts went out the window when I realized I had to go to work at 8 o'clock at night.
Oh, this dumb deer's going to sleep.
I can think of something. Hold on.
It's okay. We're gonna hunt this deer down while you do.
Yeah, hunt the deer.
Come on, damn it. Come on, damn it. Oh my god. Torment, what is your shooting skill? Good god. Oh, that's why. It's a 2. Okay. We're not gonna. This is embarrassing. You're done. You're done, Torment. We're gonna have you do something else. For the love of all that is holy. No more hunting for you, buddy. Ben and Little are going to be a little bit more active in the hunting. I think we have to give Little a gun, though. Is he any good with guns? Yeah, no. Damn it. Alright, you're not a hunter either, then. Oh, no. Let's go. Producer Stan, are you any good at guns? I mean, the funny thing is Little, the Wookiee, is a good hunter, but he's a terrible shooter, so that makes me think he hunts with his weapons.
Bare hands.
Which is, I don't know how that sounds difficult.
He's gonna rip the deer apart.
He is gonna rip the deer apart. All right, let's see.
Like
I mean,
black chrysanthemum.
You're not wrong. That would be very cool, actually. Okay, I think that's fine. You know what? And you like hunting, so you can have it. And then Tormund, you need to drop this revolver. You're useless with it. Not yours anymore. You can go pick it up. I don't honestly don't care if you leave with it.
Bad.
Uh-oh, poor Sir Kristen. So, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, I need to get rid of this full screen so I can actually see the chat again. Well, yeah, Laserbolt says this game reminds me of an RTS Minecraft. It kind of, I mean, it kind of is. It's not, I don't know. It's more like a mixture of like Terraria, if you ever played that, with like Stardew Valley. I think that's probably the best way to put it. And it's not even very much Stardew Valley. It's just like the farming, really. But the farming does get kind of surprisingly deep for a game that's it's not all about. So that's one part of it.
Oh, that repeller is filthy.
That's context is important, but that's okay. All right.
I think I have to take Sir Kristen apart.
Uh-oh. Don't tell him that.
He might like it.
How much is Sir Kristen worth? Oh, dear.
Not as much as the laptop I almost dropped on the ground. That's a lie. That is a lie. He is worth more than the laptop I almost dropped.
I was going to say, yeah, if he's not worth more than a laptop, he's actually not that much if compared for like science equipment. Like.
But I think the difference is that I wouldn't have to pay to replace Sir Kristen.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Alrighty, well.
I hate doing this. I'm gonna turn him off.
I don't want to distract you too much, Addie. So we're gonna let you try to repair Sir Kristen here for a moment. I'm gonna bring on Chris, who is also here in the waiting room. We've also got Sean, who's gonna join us soon. So Chris, you're gonna be added to the stage, but you won't be on the stream, everyone. So just so you know, that's kind of how it works in StreamYard. So welcome, Chris. How are you? Welcome to the Backstage. Addie kind of ended the game on the name here, but if you want to give it a shot before I spoil it again, you can go for it.
I trust Addie. I don't know that at all.
I trust Addie. Fair enough. So, Chris, what can I do for you this evening? Welcome to the Backstage. Did you have any questions?
Yeah, I had sort of a fun one. So, I really like this anime called Magic Knight Rare.
Okay.
And the anime starts and ends at the Tokyo Tower. And ever since I watched it, I've just wanted to go there. I feel like I'd have a good sort of emotional reaction to it.
Okay.
And I was wondering if you all had any other places that you want to go to just because you saw it in like a movie or TV show.
Okay, that's an excellent question, Chris. Okay, so this is a
I
good
have an
question.
answer while you think, Steve.
Oh, you do? Like off the dome? You already do? Okay, go for it.
Mm-hmm. New Zealand.
From Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Any is just in general or anything specific? That's a pretty good one, to be fair.
Yeah, I just want to see New Zealand.
You just want to see Middle Earth. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good one. I'm trying to think of something that's like, I mean, that's good. I'm trying to think of something that's like a little more narrowed than that. So yours is Tokyo, Chris? Is that do I have that right?
Yeah, Tokyo Tower
specifically. Tokyo Tower specifically. So, I'm trying to think of like what, man, and New Zealand's a good one too because that's like a fictional one, but you can still get away with it, because of like how iconic the locations were and stuff that they used for Middle Earth, and how like realistic it was. See, what's good about me sitting here and thinking about this is when I'm playing a game, we have stuff to look at other than just me like staring at a screen trying to think of where I would want to visit from something I've seen. What about?
I also would like to see downtown London.
Yeah, I would love to go to London. I've never been to England. That's a really good one. See, this okay, now that kind of makes me think of like sports stuff. So I'm gonna go the sports angle on this actually. So not fiction, but I'm a big soccer fan, and I would love to go to Anfield in Liverpool, where Liverpool play, and experience a soccer game. Because that's a place I've only ever seen on TV, and that would be really cool to see in person. So does that count, Chris, or is that cheating?
Not what I was going for, but yeah, that counts.
Okay, it's not what you're going for. Then I'm gonna give you what you're going for. Then I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna give you what you're going for. So we're gonna go. Damn it. We're gonna go. What about? See, like New York City is too easy, and I've been to New York City, but there's a lot of stuff like it's in New York that would be like cool, like seeing some of the stuff, from all sorts of different shows there. I've done that. What about? Oh, how about? Oh, okay, I got it. I would love to go to, I think, the Skellig Michael Islands where they did The Last Jedi for Octo.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would pick. That would be really, really cool, because that's beautiful. That would also be that would just be a cool trip in general. You like all that whole area would be a good time, but going specifically to that area where they filmed would be really, really cool. Ireland, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was Ireland or if it was Scotland. Thank you, Sean. And then Brady says, what about the opposite? Something you see in real life regularly, then shows up in a movie.
That was gonna be my question, Brady. Alternatively, what's the coolest place you've been that was
Cal says
part
he
of a
wants to
movie
go
or
to
TV
space.
show?
Sorry, Eddie.
Oh.
Cal says he wants to go to space so he can see Star Wars. That's really funny.
I have a great answer to that one, actually.
Go for it.
So I live in Roseman, California, and at least the sign of the town is in Captain Marvel.
Oh.
And like after I
That's
saw the
cool.
movie, I remember like a year earlier, my mom told me there was some filming going on, and so they actually went to the town and shot some stuff there. And I love that movie, so that felt really good.
That's a good one. That's really cool. That's kind of like seeing some of like the Avengers stuff in New York and all that jazz too. No, I thought Detective McCarcel has another good one. That's, you've seen the Millennium Falcon at Galaxy's Edge, brought him to tears. Still haven't been to Galaxy's Edge. I want to go so bad because I know I'll probably be the same way. It'll probably bring me to tears too. I need to make this window a little bit bigger so that doesn't get cut off.
When I was in college, I got to go to Austria, and I saw many of the places that they filmed The Sound of Music.
Ooh, that's probably very pretty.
And I actually sang in the church that they used for Maria and the Captain's wedding.
Not familiar with that one.
It's a lot. There's a lot of gold in that church. It doesn't look that way in the movie. I think Trump would really like that church.
Nice.
There's a lot of gold cherubs.
Nice. Everyone likes a good, because that's exactly what Jesus had in mind. Gold-plated cherubs.
I mean, it's ancient Austrian Catholic churches, Steve. What do you want? Like,
I want all of the Catholic guilt, Addie. I want all of the Catholic guilt washing over me.
Too bad I have all of it.
Torment, did anyone fucking go hunting? Did we get our deer meat?
I also saw.
Yes.
I was telling my coworker this story the other day. I saw tapestries when I was in Austria, because I was in a palace where the walls were just covered, like that was wallpaper. It was tapestries because the rich. And the tour guide told us that all of the tapestries were recreations of the originals, except for this one that was behind a door when the door was open. because all of the rest of them had been destroyed because the Nazis used them for target practice when they were occupying Austria.
Naturally. That's like there was a tour in Munich for which like all sorts of like old buildings and everything from World War II, and the tour guide just walks through going through telling you everything, and he's like, so this is where like such and such was, and then the Americans bombed it, and this is where such and such was, and then the Americans bombed it, and this is such and such, and it's like, well, I'm just walking through the whole thing. Well, you know what? I mean, you guys should have been Nazi pricks. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, it's hard to feel bad for you, but then again, obviously a lot of complicated stuff. But it was just very like, I don't know. It was a weird vibe for sure. But it was very interesting and eye-opening to be sure. That also reminds me, in Italy, if you go to tour the Vatican, they talk before the tour guide does this whole thing about how rare and expensive during I think maybe the 1200s it was to acquire blue paint. Okay, like it was like one of the most hard things to acquire in art was like finding something you could use for blue, like this specific type of blue paint. And she's like, so they did, all these different artists, like, were bidding to paint different parts of the Vatican or different parts of churches in Rome. And then you immediately walk into this room and the entire ceiling is nothing but blue and everything in the room is blue. And they just like do this whole thing just to kind of be like, oh, hey, the church went from, such and such to having all of the blue. It was just like this like total flex on like, okay, yeah, lady, we get it. Like we also went by like 30 homeless people begging on the street before we walked into the walls here of the Vatican to do this tour. So it was just very like, I don't know, it was like gaudy, but in like in a weird historically interesting way. Catholic guilt, another thing to shake when you're walking around, a tough thing to shake when you're walking around the Vatican. But again,
it's a tough thing to shake in general.
I know. That's the truth. Sister Margaret, I blame her. Oh, we have visitors. All right, cool. We do need to get some warm clothes here soon, so we're going to talk to our visitors here real quick. I think Ben is our good negotiator, so sorry, Ben. You're going to get woken up. Sorry if that pisses you off. But you're going to go talk to King, whoever the hell King is.
Oh, good. A name you can pronounce.
I know, right? Hey, whoa. I can't pronounce this one. Saburo? That sounds right. Right? I have my little corner view on, right? Yeah, Saburo.
You want to spell it again?
Saburo. This dude right here. Come on, Ben, hurry the hell up. Go talk to this dude. Okay, what do you guys have? He's got some meals. He has 4 reinforced barrels and a thing of frag grenades. Okay, interesting. So reinforced barrels are actually like a really good resource to have. They're really expensive though, so we're not going to buy them.
Saburo. That one's Japanese.
Okay. Saburo. Well, I was closer on that one at least. All right, so anyway, enough of me babbling. We've got more callers on deck. If you would like to call in, the link is pinned in the chat. Please come hang out if you would like. If you've got questions, I'm sure Sean has a question because he shows up with things to say. So, Mr. Sean, welcome to the Backstage. How are you, buddy?
Bien. ¿Cómo vos está, produto Esteban?
So I know Esteban is Steven because I took high school Spanish and they told me that should be my Spanish name, but I said I liked Felipe better, so I went by Felipe in Spanish class in high school. Yeah.
So my question was basically, how are you in Portuguese?
Okay, well, Portuguese, Spanish, I'm close. I know they're not the same, but I'm not gonna be that guy. But I appreciate your knowledge and educating me on foreign languages because I'm an ignorant fool.
Yeah, so embaixada, it's a official residence or office place of a ambassador.
So like
what a terrible name for a person.
Yeah, that's not a great name for a person. That's like calling your kid consulate.
Well, no, I didn't say it was a name. I said the word embajada is an official residence or office place of an ambassador.
Right. I just say this poor bastard's name is Embajada that we're harboring in our RimWorld save here.
Oh, now I'm tracking. Is he a bot or something?
So he's not a bot. He's so basically the way the game like gives you quests and fun things happening is just random shit happens, and so you'll just get a message of, hey, this faction that lives across town, blah 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 blah. Long story short, we need you to like house and close this person for 2 weeks, and if you do, we'll give you a reward. And then if you say yes, then boom, a day later this person strolls into town and they just show up at your place and you have to take care of them for 2 weeks. And if this person doesn't die in 2.7 days, they're going to depart on a shuttle and I'll get a reward for basically shacking them up. And their name is Embajada. So that's where this all started. You're caught up.
Okay, right on. I can dig it.
Yeah. So again, coming full circle, this is like calling your kid like embassy or
warehouse
or yeah. It's just like what are we doing? And of course Jared the TIE pilot named Tormund. I think that was on our first, or I think that might have been on our first episode. We're on episode 0. I don't quite remember. So that's one of the other perks of the folks who call in. If you call in and we acquire a new friend in the colony, you are more than welcome to name that person. So we are really working on getting some parkas made here so that we don't freeze. Go ahead, Addie.
What's up, Doc?
Where did you learn Portuguese?
I learned it from my computer about 5 minutes ago.
That was good.
Doc, I'm from Queens, so I'm inundated with a bunch of languages all the time. I can speak a little bit of everything to try to get around. Arabic, Chinese, German, Japanese, Irish, Italian, Latin. I'm a product of my environment.
I know that, and that's why I didn't know if you had like picked it up somewhere or spent a lot of time in Fall River, Massachusetts. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I just pick little things up here and there, and it makes my kid thinks I'm worldly, and I'm really just full of useless information.
That's fine. That's good.
The best bit of Chinese I ever learned too was and it just basically means I don't know. I'm just an American.
We honestly that ought to be taught in school, Sean, just for like a good 6 languages. We if we're gonna go abroad, we should just stamp that in our passport so we can just whip it out and be like, look, man, I'm just a dumb American. Like, you got to help me out here.
Like, so the department should give it out on a T-shirt.
Right.
Yeah. The wild thing is, when I got out of the Army, I was working private security at a casino right here in Queens. And the company I work for is a giant Malaysian conglomerate. So we had a very large Chinese clientele. And they would all come up to me, talking to me in Chinese. And like, you guys realize I look like one of the free folk. I don't speak Chinese, man. So I learned that as a way of, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. And then they would get mad at me. Like, how dare you speak to me in my native tongue to tell me you don't know Jack?
Well, at least you understood, right? I mean,
yeah, listen.
The language of love and or hate is all somewhat universal, right?
Indeed it is.
Okay, so we've got, folks, I need a council decision here. We have a new quest that has emerged called the Deserter. I need to learn how to spell and pronounce things and know what words mean. Anyways, this guy, Cospus, he's a disgraced officer. He's calling from nearby. He's deserted an army of the Broken Dominion, whoever the hell that is, and he's being hunted by a loyalty squad, and he wants to hang out with us. He knows the location of a key outpost containing everything needed to develop psychic powers. Oh, that's neat. Beware, if we accept him, we'll become an enemy of the Broken Dominion. The pursuing loyalty squad will attack immediately, and it is composed of one lonely bastard. Only accept, again, reading is hard, if you wish to fight against the Broken Dominion and develop your sidecasters on your own. You'll have 1 year to attack the outpost before it is moved. I don't really give a shit about that part. Okay, Cospus, can I know anything about you? No more information is available. I was gonna say, because if you're cool, I'll take. All right, what do we think? Do we want? Okay, we can totally change this guy's name too. So we'll probably totally rename this guy, for the sake of the Blathertown. But do we want to take this on and go to war with whatever this faction, the Broken Dominion, is? Let's see, who are these people? The Broken Dominion.
Sean, you're a military man. Should you go to war with 4 people in your squad?
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. They seem to be an enemy of a lot of people. Not the Galactic Empire for some reason, though. Interesting. They're an ultra-tech refugee society from the planet Sophia Munda. Their culture is based on a code of honor. See, here's the thing. All of this shit is made up. Even I don't know what I'm reading here. That's kind of the fun of this game. It's kind of like D&D, where it's just all, like, it's just all creativity. These are the survivors of Great Calamity tore apart Sophian society. Okay, cool. So we don't really give a shit. Sure. All right. Cool, man. You wanna abandon your people and need a place to go? I'll be that place. I will gladly be that place. Let's see here. Except for this guy. Cool. Come hang out, big guy. Where are you? Alright, cool. He's coming. Oh, he has a gun? Sweet. He has an... Oh, man, he has a heavy freaking... Oh, that's amazing. Okay, well, that made it worth it. And he's got all sorts of cool gear. That makes me think the person coming after him is probably going to be kind of decked out, so that scares me a little bit. Oh, no, he has luciferium in his inventory, which means he may be a drug addict. No, his traits are wimp and hard worker, so that's not bad. And let's look at his bio. He's a 6 in shooting. That's not terrible. And he's a 9 in arts. Okay. All right. All right, Cospus. We're gonna make this work, buddy. Get your ass over here before people hunt you down. So, Sean, other than educating me on foreign languages and teaching me Portuguese, did you? Well, I guess those are kind of the same thing. Did you have any other questions or anything you wanted to bring to the table this evening? Uh-oh. Sean, I don't think Sean's here
gone.
anymore. Sean's gone. All right. Well, Sean's good. It was good to talk to you, buddy. That's what happens when you don't look up at the thing. Right, what do you?
I just noticed too.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, he's either thinking really hard or something on there. And I still have Addie. I still have your. No, I don't have your on the call thing on there, do I? Oh,
no,
I do.
you do.
I am such a silly head. Such a silly head.
It's fine. I've been here the whole time.
That's true. It hasn't it's not like it's been wrong. Yesterday I had the tag for everybody, but I don't have the everybody tag on the scene, so I didn't fix it yet. Ooh, we need to add some of our mining stuff here. Alrighty. Well, folks, I appreciate you all joining and hanging out with us this evening. As I said, we're gonna be here for about another hour. I'm gonna check the chat again. Sorry, I've been very locked in on the RimWorld. Dude is strapped, Cal. You're not wrong. And here's, speaking of war, here it comes. A group of Imperials from the Broken Dominion have arrived nearby. They're attacking immediately. It's one dude. His name is Marcian? I don't know names. Addie, what is this person's name? Marcian?
Well, that's a name of a former Roman emperor.
See, folks, you learn something every time you tune in. Oh, dude, this guy's an assault rifle? Holy shit, we're in trouble. All right, we're going to send the Wookie at him. And the guy that we just got. You guys are going to fight.
Martian or Marcian?
Okay, we're going to go with... Martian sounds right to me. All right, Ben can force choke this guy if he needs to. Producer Stan has a gun. Tormund, you're not going to do anything. You have a gun. All right, cool. Let's hope this works.
And while we go to war,
yeah.
Tully, I have not made any good ice cream recipes lately, but I did get a new ice cream cookbook that I'm very excited to try.
I thought you were about to say you got a new Ninja. What is it called?
Creamy. Why would I need a second one of those?
I don't know. You sounded very excited, so I thought it was like new toy excitement.
And no, Cal, I haven't crocheted anything cool lately.
Okay. We're gonna use the river to our advantage. Oh shit, where's the Wookie? Oh, the Wookie's still asleep. No. Alright, get out of here, Wookie.
He needs to tear the arms off of them.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. Shit's going down. Shit is going down. Please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. He's got a really scary gun. Oh no. He's shooting at the Wookie. Oh, okay, he's hurt. Oh god. Oh god. Get in there, Wookie. Oh, he's dead. Oh no. Why is he like...
Oh no.
Why is there...
I think we died.
No. We didn't die. No, the firebomber is dead. Martian is dead. I don't know.
Why do we have skulls?
Because they're looking at... So that's like their reaction. So like basically... So you see the observed corpse. Basically, the colonists don't like seeing dead bodies. So it's just one of those things, like if they see a dead person, it's like an indicator of like negative happiness. So that's just them acknowledging they saw a dead body, which freaks them out. So you're undrafted, so now you'll go back to your life.
The morality of this game is very strange.
It's very lacking, let's put it that way. But at least what's a bummer is that this dude's dead and we did not get to imprison him.
Is Little hurt?
No, Little's okay actually. I don't think anyone's hurt.
Okay.
Oh no, Cospus is hurt. And he's going to put pants on for some reason instead of his cloth pants. Why?
Because
Okay.
when you're gonna call the ambulance, you want to be wearing pants.
He wanted different pants, and so now, yeah, so he put on different pants, and then he went into the hospital bed. I can't explain that even a little bit. I don't understand. That was really weird. Let's see what happened.
Before you go to the ER is a thing.
Oh no,
Steve.
he's a drug addict. That's unfortunate. So Cospus is addicted to something called luciferium, which is like a fictional drug in this universe, which it's like little nanobots that, you know, do stuff to make you better, but over time you need them more, and the more and more you need them, the more they like. It's like imagine if you could just voluntarily take microplastics, but they gave you superpowers, but also killed you. That's essentially what luciferium is.
I think they do.
The superpower part? I mean, they're definitely killing us, but I don't know if they're giving us superpowers. So that means I don't think Cospus is going to last very long. That's the short of it. Okay. Ooh, Farmer Little has leveled up his force powers. So he's okay. We're gonna make him our lightsaber guy. So we're gonna start stacking lightsaber powers for Little.
Yes, Wookie with a lightsaber.
Yeah, dude. We have to figure out how we're gonna get a kyber crystal though. So I know from playing this game previously, like on the Star Wars mod, if I pull out to the world map and we look at either Rebel or Imperial bases, like where people are hanging out. This is an Imperial 501st Armor Stronghold. Like if I go there, we could essentially like raid the base, and the way that this mod works is there's a chance whenever you raid a Rebel or an Imperial base that you will find a kyber crystal. So that's one way to get them. There's several ways to get them, but that is one way to get them. So that might be what we have to do if one doesn't come to us. The other thing too is there could be traders that just show up and have it. So okay, Cospus, what is your health thing? You took a bruise and a cracked fist. You're fine. You're fine. You don't need force healing powers. You can get by with regular medicine. We're doing really good on food. We're getting there on the parkas so that we don't freeze to death. Slowly but surely. Ben has leveled up. I forgot that we made Ben a streamer as his profession. That's really funny. Oh yeah, Ben, we're going dark side. Okay. Force lightning. Fuck yeah. Let's try that out. Alrighty. Well, I see dead people. Yes, you did. You do see dead. Oh, that reminds me, Cal. Dead people. I should. And Jared's not here, but he's gonna be proud of us for this, anyways. We're gonna build a copy of the skull spike. We're going to extract the skull from the dead guy. Ooh, what have we here? Silver ore. Yeah.
This is the strangest game that you can like extract the skull of your enemies and put it on a spike.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. And I'm playing.
But also you can like homespun yourself some new pants.
Yep.
That's like.
Yep. Yep. Oh no, it gets like look. There's a whole recreation. Like we can do. I only have 4 recreation things built. This list gets so long. Like you can do all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, there's an ideology whole thing. There's a whole religion system built in, and there's 2 other like DLC kind of structures on top of the game that I don't even have enabled on this playthrough because it just gets way too complicated from trying to explain that to someone who's never seen it or like understands like what the hell's going on. It just gets so deep, and that's just not interesting from like if you haven't seen it before kind of thing. And so this, we're playing like essentially the vanilla version of the game with like a Star Wars mod installed. So, and the Star Wars mod is just, races, and it adds like the force power thing. That's about it. The rest of the game is that's what's cool about this game is you can add layers like that on top of it, and the rest of the game still functions like as it should. It's pretty neat. Oh, here comes our second skull spike. I'm very excited. Jared will be proud. Anyway. Carso says this summer class is much more stressful than I expected. I expect to be bad. Oh, I'm sorry, Detective. I hope hanging out with us on a Thursday evening makes that just a little bit easier. We are right now. Wow, that was perfect timing. Coming up right now on our numero dos. We're gonna be here for about 1 more hour playing some RimWorld. This is it tonight, folks. It is not getting any more wild and crazy than this. Producer Steve just wants to chill and play some video games. I had a long day myself, so just looking to wind down a bit. But I appreciate you guys all being here and hanging out. And the RimWorld colony is having some exciting stuff. We've added a person. We are getting ready to expand here a little bit. The fact that we've got idle people is a good thing because that means we can start doing some new shit. So, Tormund, you're not going to be a hunter, but you can do some artsy stuff. No, you suck at that. You're good at art. You can do art. Basic handle. Okay, so we still only got the 2 muffalos. Maybe we can look at getting some more animals. Let's see. Ooh, donkeys? That might be a good one to tame. Donkeys might be a good. Is there a male and a female? Female? Female. We'll take both anyway. Wow, it's an old donkey. 24. We're gonna take the young donkey. We'll have a donkey. Donkeys are nice because it's easy animal to domesticate, but you can also quote unquote ride donkeys. Now you don't like physically, like you don't see them on the map like riding a donkey. It doesn't like make them go faster or something. But the way the game works when you're looking at the world map and you send people from one, like this is our little structure here, or this is our little colony here, right here in the Trebo woodland is where we reside. Again, all made up random generated names when the game starts. If I wanted to like go over to this little town, whatever this is, oh, that's a cave. That's not even if I want to go to this rebel base over here, Pumpville. If I want to go to Pumpville and hang out with this rebel cell, I could send a caravan there, and what would happen is just like a little dot would progress like over time across this map, and then once it got there, I could click and zoom in to that base the same way I zoom into this one and like see what they're about all up there and trade with them and do stuff like that. So you can only really see like one square of the world at a time. and you don't really like, and like the travel is like a automated thing. So, but the
That's a
donkeys are
missed
cool.
opportunity.
Yeah, well, there's a lot there's a lot going on. But the what I was saying with the donkeys is you might be able to do, you can do it for muffaloes. Muffaloes can like carry shit, but if you like add certain livestock to your caravans, if they're donkeys or horses, the colonists can ride them, and so then it won't take as long to get from point A to point B, which is cool. And if you bring muffaloes with you, for example, on your little caravan, then you can carry a lot more shit. You can bring more supplies with you because you can strap it on the back of the muffalo. So that's also a neat little mechanic. Just a fun little flavor. All right, we're gonna speed up time here. All right, so we're good on food. We need to build more like, I don't care if you're pissed off. We need to build more like stuff, production type stuff. So.
Well, Steve, I'm gonna say goodnight because I did not bring my laptop charger and it is about to die.
Okay.
But I'm also 2 minutes away from Sir Kristen being able to be opened up. So.
Well, good luck to you and Sir Kristen. We thank you for joining us this fine evening.
I wish you good luck as well. I will see you all.
Hope to see you Saturday.
Not on Saturday.
Oh no, you're gonna. Oh, bummer. Well,
I'm gonna miss the spectacular. I have book club on Saturday, so I'm going to miss the spectacular.
What's the book?
It was called Divine Rivals, and it was so good I had to go out and buy the sequel the next day.
Wow. Okay. I would say we'll have to do a Blathering book club, but it would be a lie.
No.
Because I can't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually go through with it, but. No. Appreciate you being here, Addie. Thanks for hanging out.
Of course.
Have a fantastic.
I will come better prepared next time.
Oh no, it's all good. Good luck to you and Sir Kristen. Tell him to be
good. Bye.
Alrighty. Thanks everyone for sticking around. We've still got Chris here hanging out. We've got the call line open for. Oh wow, we've got a thunderstorm and some shit is lighting on fire, but it's raining, so I think we should be okay. That's also why in our little workstation thing here we put firefighting number 1. So if fire ever gets anywhere close to this thing, everybody kind of pops up and does something about it. So we're gonna fast forward to nighttime. I need to kind of figure out what our next move is here. We gotta get these fucking warm clothes.
Steve, do you like to customize in games?
Oh yeah. So one of the things I can do here, like this is all very, that's a good question. So this is all very basic right now. Like this is all very, I'm just kind of getting I can put different floors and colors, and there's different types of wood and all sorts of different techniques for the walls and stuff you make. Like it gets super deep and intricate as far as like how you want to build stuff. But you can customize just about damn near everything with this game. It gets very, 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 very interesting. We've detected cluster of cargo pods. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so that's just free shit that rains down. So we're gonna go get that. And right on time, as we lose an Addy, we gain a TIE pilot, and he's gonna be very excited to see. I know you're munching something down, so I'll give you a moment there, sir. But Jared, you're gonna be very excited to see the development that you missed before you got here. If you see at the center of the screen here, and your mic is now hot. If you see the center of the screen here, there is now a second skull spike structure.
Good man. Good man.
We fought off a little bit of an incursion about 20 minutes ago, and we gained this dude. Cospus, we saved him. He deserted from his army, and so we took him in, and his army came after him, and we killed the dude who was chasing after him, and that's his skull on a spike.
Yes.
So
send messages.
We're sending messages. We'll see how much they work. Eventually, we're just gonna use. I think my sick idea here, Jared, is we're just gonna line this whole. So we've already got 2. We're just gonna line this kind of side of the river here with these skull spike structures as we go. We'll just continue to build a little fence of skull spikes so that we have like a real good message being sent.
Exactly.
We're trying to tame a donkey at the moment. That's one of the other new developments because we've got our 2 muffalo.
Donkey.
We found some some donkeys on the map, so we're trying to get a donkey friend for our muffalos. But other than that, the people are thriving.
Donkey is such a triggering word for my Monday night.
What did you drop?
I spilled something, but don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't you listen.
I'm just gonna say it sounded like glass, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
But no, my Monday night group that I DM for in D&D, one of their campaigns led them into Avernus, D&D's hell, and they had their own donkey, and donkey survived a lot of shit Donkey shouldn't have until one day I finally killed Donkey, and it is still a painful memory for them.
I bet, you bastard. How could you?
Because I'm a DM and they had a pet. Death to the pets.
Yeah. That's I mean that is a very risky thing to do in D&D is to think that your little pet's gonna be safe the whole time. Not everyone can be Bill the pony.
Even what's the best part about that? If you actually read the book, when they release Bill, it's not just a nice, he knows his way home. No, they release him, and there's like wolves and shit. Bill was dinner.
Poor Bill made it home though, doesn't he? He makes it home canonically, doesn't he?
I think it's been a while.
I think he does.
I'm rereading.
Dude, Jared, I wouldn't be surprised if Bill made it up into the damn Grey Havens, like across, and he went across the sea. Like damn near everyone ended across the sea eventually. You know what I mean? He did earn it. He did earn it. Did he carry? Well, if Frodo was ever on Bill, so if Frodo was ever at any point in these fucking books riding Bill deserves to go west. That's my Lord of the Rings hot take. Aside from the theatrical cuts being better than the extended edition, but go ahead.
Well, that's just wrong. But no,
we've talked about that.
Transient property stuff doesn't work for the ring. Sam physically held it for like 7 hours.
Yeah, right? Did Sam not? Sam never went. He was technically a ring bearer. Did he get to go west?
Yep, he did.
Right.
He outlived Rosie and I think one of his kids.
That's sad.
Or something like.
So why does? Okay. That I don't know. All right. We're gonna need more. We're gonna need more authority on this.
Did not go west.
We're gonna need more authority on this.
Do you know actually where Merry and Pippin were buried? With
Chris,
Aragon.
Oh, that's cool. So they were buried in Minas Tirith. That's cool.
Yep.
That's neat. That's very neat. So we're gonna need someone else to litigate this at some point. I need to know if Bill was eligible. I still think there's like a 3% chance he did go, and it just hasn't been confirmed or anything, and it's just like in like an appendix somewhere of the Silmarillion, and we just don't like remember. But dude, Ben needs to hurry the fuck up and make these parkas. You guys are going to freeze to death. It's the 4th of September. By the end of the month, it's going to be cold.
Did you just say it's the 4th of September?
September. That's what they call months in this game. I don't know if you guys can't see this little menu all the way on the right because my camera's hiding it, so I can actually fix that really quick. Boop. You shouldn't be able to see me anymore on the. Nope, because I'm in studio mode. You bastard, Steve. Now you can't see me anymore, right? Correct. No one can see me, right? But you can see. You can see this little menu vary all the way on the right. Now you can't because it's like way too far on the right. Anyway, the very far right of the screen has like a little status menu that that allows you to kind of see like that's where I'm hitting like pause, you can't rewind, pause, fast forward even more. But it also shows like the temperature outside, so I can see it's 68 degrees outside, and it shows me like different little statuses. So right now I'm hovering over a thing that's telling me my colonists are idle, so that's why you see those little arrows on the screen. Or no, those need warm clothes. So this is showing me these arrows are the 2 colonists that need warm clothes, or else they are going to freeze and die when winter comes. And then one of the other menus over here tells me that the
Starks are always right.
They are. So there's only 4 months in this game. So each month lasts 15 days. and each month is one season. So spring, summer, fall, winter.
So we're on Mercury.
We're on we're in the fall right now. We're through the fourth day of fall of 15, and then we have to get through 15 days of winter. And those 15 days of winter drag, dude. Let me tell you. They drag it, but we do have this natural thermal vent here in the middle of our base, so that really might come in handy eventually. I'm really hoping that that's gonna work out for us.
I was gonna say, you made a sauna.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, dude. So you see all these like little gray boxes I have on here, like throughout the base. Jared, this is why I love having you like while I'm playing this game, because I can be talking about the most mundane shit and you act genuinely interested, and I love you for that.
I am genuinely interested.
But these little gray boxes here are vents.
I care.
I thank you. I care. Well, shit. Hold on. I'm trying to on my own remember. That's New Hope, right? That's New Hope. Yeah. I was like, shit, is that New Hope or Empire? I'm thinking that's New Hope. Anyway, these little silver boxes are vents. So basically, like if I put one in between two rooms, it'll normalize the temperature between the two rooms. So you connect, as much of your big giant structure here as you can, and try to normalize the temperature as much as possible to keep it comfortable. Anyway, since I have this thermal vent in the middle here, the steam geyser, I think if I put a vent here, I could potentially pump out
everything.
Pump out hot air into the rest of the place. And I think I can close these. Yeah, I can close these if I want to. So I might as well build this, and then if it doesn't work, I'll just close it. All right, fuck yeah. Cool. Let's do that, because that's going to come in handy for winter time. So, Jared, did you have any...
No, James Holmes, I have never suffered a Scottish winter.
Ooh.
I suffer New England winters.
Those are bad enough. Those are plenty bad. Those are plenty bad.
Bloody Europeans think
Hello,
everything
James.
they do is better.
Hello, James. Did not see that you had checked in. As Luke Skywalker once said, well, no one was really listening. That's funny. I do want to see if this works. I'm going to be very excited if this works. Very, very excited. So we've got... Oh, shit. I hit the button to fast forward too fast. So we've got some room down here to expand if we want. Oh, Cospus, where are we having you shacking up? You're hanging out in this tiny little room. All right, that's cool.
Have you made your
this dude is
river dam hydro thing?
No,
yet?
we haven't. And thank you for reminding me, because we researched that, and we're capable of doing that, but we haven't built it yet because we didn't have the materials, and now we do. So I'm so glad you mentioned that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to build that.
That's what you're paying me for.
Yeah, something like that. We're going to build that here. I think you want like as much of this green box. I think you want as much of that green box like within the water as possible. But what the hell do I know?
No. Check the private chat.
The problem is, oh god damn it. There's a lot going on. Oh, I came back because I have opinions. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, okay. Addie, you're here.
She has Bill the Pony opponents.
You're here and you're coming in hot. Oh, you have Bill the Pony. You have Bill. I figured you were like gone, Addie. And I was gonna say like I need Addie's like thought on this, because Addie would be able to give us some Lord of the Rings authority here. So, what are your thoughts on Bill the Pony? And does he go to Valinor? Addie, you're on the stage, but you're not muted, but I don't hear you. And now you're muted. Now you're not.
There's thought I heard her. Nope.
I thought I heard her too, but I do not. And this isn't a me problem, as far as I know.
I was gonna say I don't see her in the green room either.
I can't claim that one. It's just wait, what was it? Oh, okay. There
she is.
Fair enough, of course. There's Addie. You're just shaking your head. Why are you shaking your head? Now you're muted again. Ooh,
I love all the
supplier. Whoa!
All the look at that science shit above our head.
I know, right? There's like, yeah, orange pipes on a ceiling just connote science. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. There's a giant mass of people coming to hang out with us. A lot of Rhodians.
Do we trust them though?
Why wouldn't we trust them? You don't trust anyone, Jared. You don't trust anybody. You don't
Do,
trust
do
anybody.
humans really deserve to be trusted?
These
You're
aren't
not- you're
humans,
not
though.
wrong.
They're rodents.
He's.
Listen,
I mean, he's not
don't
wrong.
don't point
He's
out the
not wrong,
obvious.
Jared. He's not wrong. Addie, I really need you to figure your mic out because I need these Build a Pony takes. I'm really excited for him. I don't want to put any pressure on you though, so don't feel like there's any pressure on you. We're gonna have no, Ben's asleep, so we're gonna have producer Stan do the negotiating and see if there's anything worth buying from these guys. And then
Do they have a kyber crystal?
That's what we're gonna find out, man. These guys have a lot of stuff. Who knows? If they do, we're gonna sell the farm to find it. Not really, but the other thing was like, oh man, we could just fight them for it, but they'll murder us.
There's one or two of them.
Let's see. Shield. They've got a Doomsday rocket launcher. That sounds
Nice.
scary. They have a Zeus hammer, a plasma sword. It's like a knockoff lightsaber. No kyber crystals.
What's
Bummer.
the plasma sword?
A plasma sword? A plasma
That
sword
is
is
not the
a metal cord sword with a cutting edge. Plasma is wrapped around the core, held in place by an energy field. Targets are both sliced by the metal core as well burned or ignited by. So that's not part of the Star Wars mod. That's part of the. That's a vanilla weapon, like part of the actual regular game. Okay. I don't think we're gonna buy anything from this guy. The other thing that traders come in handy with is sometimes they'll have livestock, and so it's like an easy way to get farm animals instead of having to like tame wild ones. You can just buy them. But they tend to be kind of expensive too. Addie,
So
I
Steve,
see. There's a second Addie. I'm gonna try to add the second Addie. Second Addie, are you there?
I fixed it.
Yes, you did.
Yay!
You did. All right, Jared, hold that thought. I want to hear what you were gonna say, but I really want to
go
hear
ahead,
Addie's thoughts on Build a Pony.
Of course, Build a Pony gets to go west. All dogs go to heaven. Build a Pony gets to go west.
Wait, is that really your? That's it? That's the take? That's all it is? All dogs
Because
go
the
to heaven?
I believe that the transient property of Middle Earth applies.
Yes, thank you. Okay, that's okay. So because at one point
not the transient property, the transitive.
transitive,
property.
right? The transitive property, right? So because Bill at one point was carrying Frodo, that means Bill gets to go.
Yes.
That means he gets to go. I'm with it.
Correct.
Here's the thing. Bill deserves to go just because he's Bill. I still don't think the ring theory holds water because I don't even know if he ever had Frodo on his back. He was a
Sure he
pack pony.
Headcanon.
I love it.
No, after Weathertop, don't they put him on Bill after Weathertop?
You are
Arwen
correct.
comes.
Right?
No, they go a little bit before Arwen gets
Before,
to
yeah,
him.
in the books it's
And
it's Glorfindel, right? But it's the same. They do
Yeah.
the same thing. It's just yeah. I still think they throw him on Bill's ass.
They do.
I do
Nope, you are right.
Brady says I do like the sound of the transient property. Smart ass.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
so is Sir Kristen behaving tonight?
No, I've taken him apart.
I was gonna throw in a "don't tell so and so" there joke really quick, but then I forgot her name, and so I didn't.
Oh, my Lord.
I didn't have the comedic timing on it, so I was like,
For those who can't see,
is
there
everything.
are little itty bitty pieces of Sir Kristen everywhere. He has been butcher balled. Spoiler alert.
You guys can't even see me. My bad. Boom.
So what does Sir Kristen do?
Nothing at the moment.
Smart ass. That's why we love you, Addie.
This part of Sir Kristen takes gaseous molecules and blasts them with electrons at very high energy and breaks them into charged particles and then shoots them through a magnet to a detector.
That's awesome.
That sounds really cool. It
Well, it
also
works
sounds
properly.
it also sounds really expensive.
Yeah, because it's all done under vacuum.
Yeah, that's scary. Pressure scares me. Figurative pressure and literal pressure.
That was
Right.
That was what I was sitting and waiting to have happen when my laptop was dying. I was waiting for the vacuum to
Unvacuum.
unvacuum. It takes like a half an hour.
Oh. Have you ever put like a marshmallow inside Sir Kristen to watch it expand?
No.
Now we're asking the real questions. Oh, that's amazing.
Do you know?
Like-
do you know?
see.
Like he
Like-
has enough problems with like small dust particles. I can't put a whole marshmallow in him.
Like that's
this
the
working?
kind of
I
questions
think this
I
is
have
actually
for
working.
lab scientists. Like when you're bored and just waiting on results, what stupid shit do you get up to? Because when I used to like do line cook stuff, if we weren't busy, the amount of shit we figured out we could deep fry was unhealthy.
We did do a lab with him where we attempted to find cocaine on $20 bills.
that can't be hard. That can't be difficult. Like not the science part of it, but just like finding a $20 bill that has cocaine on it. That can't be too tough.
Not in the part of the world I live in.
Yeah.
You need $1 bills, either ones or hundreds, because you've spent the 20s to get the drugs, and $5 bills are considered unlucky. Listen, I know a lot
$5 bills
about
are
this,
considered
but that's
unlucky?
how to
Well, then-
use. Yes,
I
For
will
Coke?
Yep.
will inform my coworker the next time we do it.
yes.
But the
Hundreds
next time you do
or-
Coke?
or-
Whoa, I didn't know Addie partied like that. Hell yeah.
The next,
keep your
next
keep your
time
nose
we do
clean,
the,
kids.
the next time
KenCon
we
is
do
gonna be
the
fun.
lab, thank you.
Oh God, KenCon. It's gonna be something else.
Well, KenCon is just gonna be. We're just gonna unofficially. It's gonna be the 2027 celebration. That's gonna be That's unofficially BlatherCon.
You're gonna make
BlatherCon
me
is.
go
We're
to
just gonna.
Celebration?
So 2027 celebration in LA. We're just gonna. I'm just gonna rent out a really sad, like event space, like just like the conference
Motel
center, like
6.
at a motel. Yeah, the conference center, the ballroom at a Motel 6, which is basically like the breakfast lobby, like taped off for a private event, and that'll be BlatherCon, and then we'll all,
Oh my God, what's the one that they always
we'll
go to in
celebration
the
together.
South
Dude,
Park?
look at these bastards.
They-
They guys show up. They think they can just come into my base, sit at my. They just sat at my table and ate their lunch with their or fucking llamas came inside.
Lock them in.
I could have. I literally could have. I didn't do it. I didn't think about it in time though.
Does this mean I have to go to Celebration?
Of course, I'm going. That's like the one trip I'm like actually trying to plan 2 years out. My wife's never been to California either, so we really want to. I really want to take her out there. Yeah, then Brady's right. No, Brady, what we're gonna do is we'll get Del Taco to cater. That's what we'll do. And by cater, I mean we'll just put in like $150 Uber Eats order to Del Taco.
No,
and
you
have
got to
it
go to that.
delivered to our Motel 6 conference room.
You got to go to that steakhouse he always talks about.
Oh yeah, Wood Ranch. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is, Wood Ranch.
Yeah,
I mean, if we're Uber Eating, we can order from everywhere.
that's true.
We'll have a smorgasbord.
Yeah, that'll be our. That
Ooh.
will be
Here's a fiery internet topic for the
okay.
when you
go
order
for
the Uber Eats. Is it tip before or after? Right.
After.
I was just say I haven't ordered Uber Eats since my child was born. So I'm trying to
'Cause-
remember.
Because that's a big internet thing that I'll see every once in a while on my TikTok. All the Uber Eat delivery people and DoorDashers is like, if there's no tip, we don't drive. And everybody's like, you haven't done anything to earn the tip yet.
Right. It's like the chicken and the egg of food service. But there's the, isn't there like the whole thing like if you tip, then I was just Brady, I'm with you. I don't do Uber Eats, but not because I'm like philosophically against it. More so just because most of the time it's usually like fast food, right? Or even if it's restaurant food, if I'm gonna pay more money for the food to have it delivered to my, I don't understand the logic of paying more money to have the food delivered to my house to taste worse than if I paid less money to eat the food where it came from. Or I'll just be really sad and just eat it in my car in the parking lot, right? Like if I want to
Never
cut
done
out
that.
Oh, you haven't
like-
lived, Daddy.
like the like I won't do fast food. Like me and my wife have stopped doing the whole fast food bring it home thing because it's not good anymore after 10 minutes. So if I get like Taco Bell or something, something broke. So if we get like Taco Bell or something, we sit there and we just eat it in the damn parking lot because Taco Bell's really good if it's a minute and a half old. But then once it's 15 minutes old, that quality significantly degrades, and it does exponentially.
Nothing broke. I just dropped a tiny piece in a tiny hole, and it fell down.
James Holmes says Uber is evil. Just saying. Tip if no minimum wage. Yeah, no. Take care of my philosophy in general is take care of service people. Like, treat service people well. Treat the people who treat you well. I worked for tips for a while, and so I've always been a sucker when it comes to giving good tips, just because I get it. Like, that's, and a lot of we have a development.
Did they just do the vertical shuffle?
We have a development. We have Muffalo Calf 1. We have a baby Muffalo.
We got Muff Calf.
We've got Muff. So we've got Edward and Muffy, and they had a baby.
Is it a boy or a girl?
One. It's a good question. I think calves are not
whatever we want.
I don't think they're gendered until they reach maturity.
I think you owe me something named Dr. Zaddy.
Wait a minute. What?
That was something we agreed to like weeks ago.
I don't remember that at all. So that's what you want him to be named, is Dr. Zaddy?
Yes.
Okay. Because that works if it's a boy or a girl too, I guess, right?
Shit.
All right, let me find where I do this. There it is. Dr. Zaddy. Boom. Okay, there you go. That Muffalo's name is now Dr. Zaddy. Okay, these people are leaving, I think. That dude's like hauling ass.
They stole something. They're leaving too quick.
Yeah, right. It's Jared. You're not like I'm kind of with you. Like that's that dude, and he's the leader too. And he's just bouncing. He's like, all right, guys, we're out. But I can't do anything, man. These people will murder me in 2 seconds. These guys are absolutely strapped. That dude's got a freaking automatic shotgun. That guy's got a heavy machine gun, revolver, shot. Yeah, these guys would torch us. And Rhodians with assault rifles? No, man. I don't want any of that smoke. No, thank you.
This is why you need staggered fencing and landmines.
So that's kind of like the meta in the game, actually, is to and I don't really like playing it that way because I find it kind of boring. But the meta kind of defense strategy in the game, especially later on, is to just build kill boxes from a sense of like you structure, because this structure here is going to get much bigger over time, but you structure it so that essentially anyone who comes onto the map gets funneled into one place, and then you just make it a bloodbath. But that's not as fun. That's all. I think it's a little more fun. There's more opportunity for more fun story and more things to happen when that doesn't happen. Tormund chatted about wearing boots with Ben. I would say that's like what a weird, lame thing, but in the meta involvement of everything, I can't. That's not true. I hope someone does attack us in the next 29 minutes because I kind of want to try out Ben's Force Lightning. Actually, you know what? Let's see.
Hey, chat, you want to see me trigger another Steve special interest? Tell me your thoughts on the Power 9.
So you're talking about magic cards, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure there wasn't like some other. Wait.
No.
Wait. Sorry, Jared. One more time on the name, Addy.
Dr. Zaddy.
No.
Dr. Zaddy.
No, not Dr.
Mbishada.
Mbishada is leaving. Her shuttle has arrived.
Mbishada.
She is leaving forever. Actually, you're gonna wake your ass up, and now you're gonna undraft. Now you can leave. See you later, Mbishada. Actually, before you go, drop everything you have that's useful, because I want to keep it. You don't deserve your parka. You refused to drop the parka, you bastard. Fine. Addy, it sounds like you are doing science behind us. Brady says, what is a Power 9? All right, so we're gonna.
So the Power 9, Brady, are
real quick.
9 magic cards from the original Alpha Beta sets that are considered the most broken, powerful 9 cards in all of Magic, and they're pretty much banned everywhere. And they're like thousands of dollars each.
This, hold on. Squaboom. This is the Power 9.
Look.
These are the Power 9 Magic cards. So yeah, these are from Alpha and Beta, right?
Yeah.
And so I have seen on a live stream, I have seen a Mox Emerald get pulled live on stream, and I think a Mox Jet as well. But the creme de la creme, this is the Black Lotus. This is the most famous card in collectible card games. This is like this is the Charizard of Magic. This is the even more than that. So like this is the most valuable card in in
like 10 years ago, that card was a down payment on a house.
Yeah, and it still is. Like it still is, especially if it's a alpha or a beta. Like it absolutely still is. The packs that these cards come in are probably still tens of thousands of dollars just to buy like the starter decks. Like because the alpha and beta editions had so you could get packs, but a lot of them, like a lot of the ones that you can get now, are sealed decks that are like literally, I think they're like 60 cards, and they're not all uniform like a lot of decks you get now. Like if you buy a pre-constructed deck, you know pretty much every single card that's in there.
Yeah, no, they're all listed.
Yeah, but some of these old sealed ones, like I think they go for, like seriously, like I'm talking like close to 100K for sealed alpha and beta decks, because they have a chance of having one or more potentially of these cards in there. So all the cards later were made weaker. Well, with Magic, it's a little different in that all of the cards. Hold on, I can put that up there. All of the cards are they change like as time goes by. Like Magic rotates cards. I think like other card games do this too. Like I know like Hearthstone.
Magic's the big one
too. But yeah, but they do like, so like if you play like the main game, like the standard game, the cards go in and out of what's called rotation. Cards can also get banned. And so yeah, most if not all of these cards are banned because they're just so.
That's the controversy of Magic is, should they start reprinting them, which will make them less valuable?
No way. No, you can't.
You can't. And B, do they just say screw it and let them be played? Because you can't use any of these in any format except Commander.
Right, and Detective's right. These are valuable because they're collector's items, and yeah, they research. So they did like different versions of the Mox Jewels, but they're not these cards. Like they don't do the exact same thing. You know what I mean? Like there's other like Mox Emerald like cards, but it's not Mox Emerald that adds 1 green mana. And and then tapping it, he plays an interrupt, like blah 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 blah. But like, and this is also back when the game was like super basic compared to what it is now from a mechanics standpoint. Like, this is a comical amount of text on the cards compared to what you see on modern Magic cards. When there's like they look more like this one down here, where there's like a damn essay on pretty much everything.
Oh god.
So yeah.
I love how if you go back in Magic lore, or not lore, just history of the cards too. As the game's gotten bigger and bigger, they've had to go back and reprint cards with grammar corrections. Because the lack of a comma changed a rule so significantly that they needed to put the comma in.
Right, and they've also had to reprint or ban cards. I mean, there are some very questionable cards in Magic's past as well that are just that just straight up have just been quote unquote canceled for one reason or another. I got it off the top of my head. Reparations is the most famous one that I can think of, and it's exactly what you think it is. And
it wasn't worded nicely either.
No, it was literally just it's like, yes, sorry for destroying your village. Here's some gold. Like I think that's the flavor text on the card. Like that's horrible. Yeah. And there was some other ones that there was some questionable sets back in the day. But again,
90s Magic though had the best art. They had the best art though. Like remember the art for like Abomination and shit.
Mm-hmm. They don't make right. Yeah, they're not doing Earthbound the way they used to and stuff like that. But Laserpole has a good comment. He says we played Top Dog, where you can only attack the healthiest player. That's cool. I have played very, very few games of Commander in my life, and I wish I could play more because it's such a fun way to play. But I don't have a lot of Magic friends around me. I get to play some on Arena, but we can't play Commander in Arena. Okay, dude, you need to go to your shuttle and get the hell out. We only got a little bit of silver for shacking up your bitch ass for that long. That's a bummer.
Oh,
right.
so
we got about 20 minutes yet. Oh yeah. Are we done with Build a Pony? Has the consensus been that Build a Pony went west? Is that what we're landing on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't have to sound so disgusted. Jeez. I didn't want it to just be like, oh, he went west because all dogs go to heaven. I wanted the argument to be like based on some factual, some concrete. You know what I mean? And if it's a transitive property, if it's because he carried the ring bearer and that counts, then I'm good with it. Do the Eagles go west? Or the Eagles?
They're angels. They come and go. They come and go from the west.
They came from the west.
That's fair.
The Eagles are on the same spiritual level as Gandalf. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They're Maiars.
I didn't. Okay. I did not realize. I thought they were maybe Tolkien's power levels are funny. I thought maybe they were a half a step down.
Are they the? Sorry. Are they
Please,
the? Yeah. Are they the same kind of eagles in the books as in the movies?
I know they talk in the books. They don't really talk in the movies, right?
Like in the movies, they're like brown. But
no, they're described as the same kind of brownish, standard
I
eagle.
I don't remember them being described.
And they talk to Gandalf. They talk to other high levelers. They don't really. They're not chatting it up with Sandwise.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I think elves too, because I thought there was.
Well, yeah. Because elves think they're the shit.
Right. Yeah. Well, they're pretty. They can walk on top of the snow.
One of my favorite tokenish memes shows a picture of the Silmarillion, and then it shows it that thick. It's like the Silmarillion if the elves didn't fucking gossip.
That's
it's so true.
Yeah, the elves do. They shoot themselves in the foot. That whole that whole kin slang thing didn't go well for them. I keep forgetting to speed up at nighttime whenever.
Speaking of elves,
I thought you were gonna say speaking of kin slang, but yeah, go ahead.
one of my first movie boyfriends is single again. It was good news today.
Orlando Bloom.
He is?
Orlando Bloom is back on the market.
Was he just dating or married?
He was married to Katy Perry.
Engaged.
Oh, they were engaged.
They were engaged for
like 9 years.
How does Katy Perry fuck that up?
They have a kid together. Oh, well, I don't know. She went to space, and I guess she just
Yeah, that's true.
I saw a hilarious meme today where they basically implied that Katy Perry had become a divorced dad because she went to space, she got really into crypto, and she bought a Cybertruck.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh man, I used to see again. I'll be vulnerable here. This is the backstage. It's just us here, right? I used to really like Katy Perry. I was like so. When it came to like Katy Perry v Taylor Swift, I was so more down team Katy Perry because I enjoyed her. Is it California Dreamin'? That's the name of the album with like the 8 Billboard number. Teenage Dream, is that the name of the album? Whatever that album is. That album is an absolute fucking banger. And I loved me some early 2010s Katy Perry. And then Russell Brand happened, and I was immediately off that boat.
Here's my hot take.
Even
that
though
everybody
I love
always gives me shit
Get
for.
Him to the Greek is my favorite movie full of canceled people, probably. But that's another good question. Sorry, go ahead, Jared.
No, I was gonna say, Beyonce, Taylor, Gaga, line them all up. My singer, Kesha. Give me my girl, Kesha.
I see, Jared. I have to agree with you a little bit there because "Sneaky," one of my favorite Sneaky songs. And you know what? I'm actually going to submit that for my music league right now. That just made me think of it. Okay, so let me explain Music League.
Music League?
Yes, let me explain Music League. Here we go. So,
but I think she's a better singer than all of them.
Music League. I know that you guys can't see jack shit because I'm even in a corner screen. But Music League is basically like, it's like fantasy sports, but with music in a weird way. So you're in a league, right? So I'm in a league with 20 people, right? We have 20 people in our league, and each week there is a theme. So this week the theme is summer, your summer anthem or songs about summer. So everyone submits a song, and your song gets submitted anonymously. And then every Friday at 3 o'clock. Oh, damn! I forgot someone in my music league is in the chat, so I have to hope that he's not paying attention. Go ahead and mute if you actually know me in real life and you're listening. It's like fantasy for music. There's a theme every week. So this week the theme is summer, and the idea is you submit a song that is on theme, and then the playlist comes out every Friday at 3 p.m. and it generates like a Spotify link for you. So you just automatically open up Spotify, and it shows you, it has like a list of all the songs, and then you listen to the playlist, and then you get to vote on what songs you think like nailed the theme the best, but you don't know who submitted what song. So it's like a blind vote, and you only have like X amount of, it depends on how many people actually submit a song, but it makes it so you can only, if 12 people submit a song, you get 6 votes, right? So then you can give all 6 votes to one song if you want, or you can kind of split it out. And then on Sunday night, the voting closes, and it shows who got the most like points and everything for the week. So Producer Steve's best result was, I came in 2nd place, I think, or 3rd place on a league, on a previous season of a league. We usually do them for like 10 to 15 weeks at a time before you like wrap it up. But it's really, really fun. So it's about finding that, like, I'm gonna have to do that before I forget. It's about finding that balance between like funny and also like, wanting to, like, the whole idea is like people go through the playlist and the song search, and you're like, oh, that's a good song for like the topic. Like you're trying to get that kind of reaction out of people. It's really, really fun. That might be a fun little community thing we can do here at some point. Because one of the things I would definitely want to do, especially when football comes back, is fantasy. We're definitely going to do a fantasy league.
Well, like I said, we're doing a fantasy with my band, so I'm going to need you and Ken to make sure I kick the shit out of them.
Oh yeah, no, we'll be your ringers. That's no problem. I can't. Oh wow, Muffy is pregnant again. Muffy's pregnant again already. Little Dr. Zaddy's gonna have a brother or sister, and we tamed a donkey too. All right, what are we naming the donkey? I need a name for the donkey.
Waffles.
Waffles? I like that.
We're gonna stay up all night making manly stories, and in the morning I'm making waffles.
I like that. We're naming the donkey Waffles. I dig that. Very cool. All right, so we got 15 minutes left. 15 minutes left. Really more like 14 minutes, because I do want to end like right before 10 o'clock. And I also want to tune in to, or maybe like a couple minutes early. So 15-ish minutes, folks. If you want to call in and hang out or have a question, or Cal, if you want to spin the wheel, get your ass in here and we'll spin the wheel. Because I'm at a pretty good spot on the RimWorld here. I'm not gonna invest any big projects here in the next 15 minutes. But we got a new friend added to the crew this time. Next time I think we're gonna kind of build out what he's got. I want to really kind of finish the structure down here, because I built this to like house people, and I just did the absolute bare minimum, and it also looks kind of shitty, so I want to fix that.
No laser. Her name is Muffy.
Her Lucky is Muffy. Yeah, Muffy is her name. Edward is the dude. Muffy's also the matriarch of the family at 4 years old. She's the oldest. Oh, we have an 11-year-old donkey. Waffles is 11. That's old for a donkey in this game, I think. Anyway, so yeah, stuff is going pretty good in the RimWorld. This is just an easy, chill game to play while we hang around and shoot the shit. What are you good at, Cospus? Art.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
The game
was a
question
musical
I was going to
kid.
bring
He was a
up.
theater kid. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Steve.
Yeah.
Since you're a racing type guy, so Ken's big thing whenever you ask him what kind of video game for Star Wars, it's the pod racing game.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say that this game happens and it's like F1. You can completely deck out and build your pod race from the start. What's Steve's pod racer look like? Are you going, the Honda route with Anakin? You going the muscle car at Sebulba? You going Ben Quadraro? What is Steve's pod racing team?
I would go sleek and small with my pod racer. I seen what those canyons can do to some of those bigger pod racers. I don't see why you would want a big giant. This is the same reason why F1 cars are getting smaller, right? Or they want to make them smaller because the smaller cars are easier to get around the track. Wow, Addie's doing some hardcore science.
No, sorry, Addie is
okay.
packing up to go to her car in the dark, and she's gonna keep you with her until
Okay,
she is safely in her car.
Yes.
We're gonna walk.
We
Addie
got
to
you,
her
Eddie.
car. I would want something. I would like Anakin's. I like that Anakin's is like thin and compact because you can easily get through places and all that kind of jazz. I'm just gonna mute you real quick just so we don't have giant like door sounds. But we're watching to make sure nothing bad happens to you. Like the big ones like Saboba with like the big giant motor things in front. That just looks. First of all, it's hard to see over. It's hard to maneuver around. Give me the compact. Give me the smaller one. I would feel a lot safer in that. I would be terrified in that though. I do love the pod racing arcade game. That might be one of the best arcade games ever. The one where you sat in like Anakin's pod racer and it had like the throttles you go this way. Oh yeah, it was. But it was so cool if you did. So cool.
The one that I'm trying to find a picture of it or what the alien's name was, but there was a particular Tiamu something. So his cockpit wasn't the standard sit in it. It was the circle thing. It kind of reminds me of like General Grievous's little wheel that he rides.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. We're looking these up.
Teemto is the first name of the pilot.
I don't even know how to pronounce his. I don't know how to pronounce his last name at all. Here we go. I got
Team
it.
2?
Yo, is the dude that looks like he's from A Bug's Life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But you see how he's got like this little pod thing.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm pulling this up. Here we go. Top screen. This guy. This is who you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ugly as hell, Jared.
Well, the engines themselves need some work, but I like that circle design. I like weird shit. I've told you this.
That's fair.
See, Tully's got him.
Tully likes him. Oh, there we go. Well, yeah, but his Pagally. Yeah, whatever. Wait, so it's this dude? Oh, okay, it's this guy. Oh, okay, I had it wrong. I thought we were talking about this dude at first. No, the dude in the thumbnail. Whatever that dude, the dude who looks like he's from A Bug's Life. That guy.
Oh, yep. No, I see him.
I don't know which one that is, but yeah, this Joker. Anyway, all right, we're gonna go back to the.
That's isn't that Ben Quadranero's?
Is that Ben Quadranero's? That might be.
I think that's Ben Quadraneiro.
I'm not an expert on I'm out of the game when it comes to my pod racing expertise. I apologize.
All right, friends, I am safely in my car.
Excellent.
The doors are locked, and I am going to drive home.
Have a safe drive home, Addie. We're gonna wrap up here in just a few minutes as well. So your time.
Drive fast, make bad decisions.
And thank you for your.
I don't live in Massachusetts.
Thank you for your Build a Pony takes. I'm gonna
continue. We're gonna continue
this. We're gonna. Detective McCarson makes a good point. The Saboba's cockpit is cool. We're gonna continue this Build a Pony conversation at some point because I need a more definitive answer on this.
I think we should ask Ken on Saturday, even though I won't be there.
I will. If I remember.
I'm not gonna be there either.
I'll remember if I ask him. Oh, the other way around. I'll ask him if I remember. Talking is hard, folks, especially when you're talking to yourself for 2 hours. Well, I wasn't talking to myself because you all excellent people joined me and hung out with us today. Well, I guess right? Once you start going for the first like 20 minutes, then you just kind of like stare at the screen. And you just like go. But that's what I meant. I apologize. I did not mean it like that. I apologize. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up here anyway. Be safe, Addie. Have a good drive home.
I will. See you guys later.
Toodles.
Bye.
We are going to save stuff here soon. Chris or Jared, do you guys have any final thoughts or questions before we wrap up this fine evening? I appreciate you guys hanging out.
I don't know what else more you need about Build a Pony. I think it's cut and dry.
I think he just wants more validation of his feelings.
Yeah,
he needs more people to say he's right.
That's always true. You could that goes for just about anything, Jared. But it's more that like I really thought Addie was gonna come in here with like some like evidence of like, oh yeah, no, it says in so that, you know, in this appendix, like, you know, Bill went west with, you know, Shadowfax or something at some point. I don't know. Like they had like a bro trip. Something that was like actual hard proof, not just, oh, all dogs go to heaven, of course you went, you know what I mean? But my argument in the court of law here is the transitive property for Bill, and I just hope that's good enough. But I'm glad we all at least all agree. But if you're, I want to fight with the person who's anti-Bill. That's all. I just want to find the person out here who's anti-Bill.
Do you want to know what actually I just looked it back up?
For us? Okay. All right.
Well, I knew what kind of happened, but it's been a while. So he is actually originally from. They don't show it much in the movies, but he was a horse that they bought off the owner of the Prancing Pony in Bree.
Okay.
So Bill goes back to his original owner at the Prancing Pony in Bree and lives out his days in Bree.
And then he just dies some lonely old horse in Bree.
Yep.
Bummer.
He deserved to go west.
Bummer.
But not because of the transitive property.
The following colonists are starving. Oh, then just get the fuck out of here. Why? I didn't know I had to tell you to leave. Moron. Absolute moron. Absolute moron. I had to wait until I got a notification that colonist was starving to be like, oh, hey, they actually leave their place. And we just got a new person called Speedy. Okay, we're going to end it right. I'm going to pause it right here and save it, because that's how we're going to start the next episode, is with a new person who just showed up. I have no idea why or what we did to get them, but they are here, and we now have 6 people. We've now officially doubled the population of Blathertown, so that's extremely exciting.
What do we think Laserbolt's pod racer would look like?
I think Laserbolt's pod racer would look, you know, kind of how like Wookiees have like wooden-looking lightsabers. I imagine.
Are you giving him a Woody wagon?
No, not a Woody wagon. I think it's going to be more like it's going to look more like an. Well, yeah, I'm kind of giving him a Woody wagon. I would imagine it's like a mixture of what like an Ewok and a Wookiee would like build together. Like imagine if Wicked's crew and Chewie had to like take apart an ATST and build a pod racer out of it on the Forest Moon of Endor. That's what I imagine Laserbolt's.
At least I was going to give him something like the A-Team minivan.
Yeah, that's that. Well, you know, you tell us, Laserbolt. What would you prefer? Would you prefer the A-Team minivan, or do you want Wicked's pod racer? Because I don't know. I kind of think I might go pod racer there.
Why am I not surprised?
That doesn't surprise me either. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We don't break for anyone on the back.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I was gonna add another accessory there, but I don't want to judge Laserbolt too hard. Anyways, thank you all for joining. Chris, thank you for being here. Jared, thank you for being here. Addie, thank you for calling in. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Shorter stream today, but that was the plan all along. We were just hanging out to play games for a little bit. So go check out the Bombadcast starting off at 10 here in a little bit Eastern time, and check out the show on Saturday with Ken if you're around. And I might do another little thing this weekend. I don't think I'll do anything Saturday because there's a big show, but maybe we'll do more games on Sunday, something like that. So,
is there a raid option on YouTube to send us to Bombad?
I don't think there is. I'm also not streaming direct. I'm using like 4 different. I got a lot of shit going on back here. It's like my setup here is like Morgan Freeman in Batman, so as far as like how I like whatever that whole system setup thing is. Yep. So I don't know which button it is that sends you guys all over to YouTube. But what I can do is I can give you guys a link so that you guys can all just click over there and go watch them, because it is very exciting, and they're talking about Star Wars in the 90s. So I'm like super pumped about this, because that is just so. That was what got like pre those prequel announcements. This is like what got me into Star Wars. So.
I call myself a special edition kid.
Yeah, right. You know,
yeah. I remember the original. Back. Yep. Oh God, I had the Shadows of the Empire book. I mean,
it's within arm's reach. Oh wow. Oh nice. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. But yeah, so go check that out if you're interested in that. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on Saturday and the next time on the Backstage. So I appreciate everyone hanging out. Thank you guys again for being here. Take care, all right?
All right. Stay safe, guys.
Peace out,
be excellent to each other.
Be good.